Hello my dear learners, welcome to my video lectures on robot technology. This is the fourth video in my lecture series, and in this session I will be talking about the applications of a robot. In my previous video lectures I had talked about the robot joints and links and then physical configuration of robot. If you have not gone through the videos, do go through in the link which is given at the top right corner of your screen. So let us start today's lecture on applications of a robot. This lecture is presented by me, Shamant. Applications of a robot. So here the applications of a robot, what I am talking about is industry specific, and the applications are categorized in these three ways. So industrial robotics are categorized as robot which is used for a special application, robot which is used as a master in the work cell, and then robot which is used as a slave in the work cell. So that is how the robots are categorized. So robots are replacing humans, and if at all it is replacing human beings, in what particular aspect it is replacing the human beings, that is how the robots are classified in the industrial robots. So robot master in work cell. So here the robot as a master. So it is nothing but it is replacing the exact skill what a human being can do. And in what aspects it is replacing the human beings? It is replacing in performing the welding operation, performing painting, coating and sealing operation, performing machining operation, that is be right at the machine and then perform all the operation like machining operation on lathe machine, milling machine, all the machines, and then perform assembly operation what human beings could do. That is about robot master in the work cell. Whereas if it is working as a slave in the work cell, then what aspect is it replaced? What aspect of the human being is replaced? It is workpiece and material handling. So the material handling, transporting the workpiece from one particular location to another work location, these were all done by the humans who actually worked as the worked in the lower level of management. And then palletizing and part feeding. So putting the parts onto a pallet and then stacking it one above the other or one beside the other. And then those particular areas where human could not reach, or it is very much hazardous area like die casting and then flexible fixturing. These are the slave that the robot is worked as in the work cell. And then coming to the special application what a robot could do, and the special application are the quality assurance, inspection and testing. So once the product is manufactured, it has to be tested and it has to be assured for the quality, because you cannot send that directly to the customer and say this product is good and please purchase it from our end. They always ask for the quality and you have to give that as assurance as the industry. So that is done by a robot. And then maintenance and repair. And then in food industries, wherein you can see so many robots being used in food industry for cooking purposes, for decorating all the dishes, all this, and also serving the dishes to the people. So that is about robot in special application. And then clothing and textile industry, and then also in construction purposes you can use the robot. So this is how it is categorized. In our discussion we will be talking about robots in welding, robots in painting, robots in assembly, robots in workpiece and handling, palletizing and part feeding, and then quality assurance and testing. We will be talking about these aspects. It is not that the other aspects are not important, but we will restrict ourselves for understanding these many aspects of a robot. I am covering all the three aspects, whereas robot in a work cell, robot as a master in the work cell, and then robot in special application. Let us understand one by one. So the first application of a robot is material transfer or part handling application. So this comes under the robot working as a slave in the work cell. So here the material in case of the material transfer, the work of robot is to move work parts from one location to another. Pick and place operation. It can do pick and place operation. Being stationary, the robot being stationary, it can pick from one particular place and then put it onto the other place within the work volume. Whereas this robot which can move work parts from one location to another are not stationary robots. It can move. It will have wheels and then it can move according to the instructions of a user. And then the transfer of material from one conveyor to another. When we understood about physical configuration of a robot, we saw SCARA robot picking the parts from one conveyor and then putting it onto the another. So that is about the robot which is working as a slave. And then palletizing operation, where robot picks material from conveyor and loads onto the pallet in required dimension. And then depalletizing operation. So after it is palletized on a particular platform, it can remove all the parts from the platform and then put it onto a other location. So this is about the material transfer or part handling application. So we'll just look at how exactly the robot is working as a slave in the work cell. So the first animation talks about the pick and place operation, wherein the part is picked up from the conveyor there, which is actually giving the parts onto the end effector, and then it is putting it into a box. So generally this is a packing application that a robot is doing. Here in the second image, the palletizing operation is being performed by a robot, wherein there is a platform and the parts are being passed from the conveyor and it is being taken and then it is being put onto one particular platform. All these jobs are done by the robot slaves, which is working in a work cell, being stationary in their own location. So that is first application of a robot. Second application which comes under the robot slave in the work cell, that is machine loading or unloading. So here the parts have to be loaded onto the machine so that the part will be converted from a raw material into a final product. So it has to undergo certain transformation, and to undergo certain transformation, machining operation has to be done. We have discussed the machining operation such as operations performed on a lathe machine, operation performed on a milling machine. So instead of human being installed in a work cell and then he performing the work, what they have done nowadays is now it is industry 4.0, wherein everything in the industry is actually integrated by computers. Internet of things is being implemented. Lot of things are there, and computer science engineers also come into existence here to perform all these aspects. So industry is not only restricted for mechanical engineers, but all the engineers require, so that every aspect of the industry is covered. So what is machine loading and unloading? It is the process where robot is required to supply raw material to the processing machine and then unload once the part is finished. In general, robot picks the work parts from the conveyor and loads onto the machine. So this application is very useful in case of die casting, injection molding, hot forging, and in machining operation such as turning and milling, because what happens in die casting and in injection molding is the work part is very hot. And if at all a human being has to be installed and he has to remove the work part from the machine and then load it onto the other place, he should wear the gloves, he should wear all the safety instruments or safety devices and then only perform the operation. But robot, which has all the things in its configuration, it can perform the operation very easily and then with much efficiency. So that is about machine loading and unloading. Here there is a small video which is showing the application of a robot in machine loading and unloading automatically, wherein the part is being loaded onto the first machine. That is a raw material, and once that is completed, in the second particular machine, the completed part is taken out from the lathe machine, that is a CNC lathe machine, and then it is put onto the bin, wherein it is transferred to the other location. So this is one of the application where the robot is working as a slave in the work cell, loading the material onto the work machine. Here, while loading the material, it is also loading it in a required configuration or wherever the machining has to be performed. So that is about machine loading and unloading. The third important aspect or application of a robot is welding. So this operation comes under robot working as a master in the work cell. So welding is performed by a human being, and for a welding operation, human being or humans should have that particular skill to perform very good welding joint. So welding is nothing but joining two or more materials with the use of the electrodes, wherein the material will be taken and then it is heat is applied to the joints. It is made to fuse and then material is added so that it joins two materials and becomes as a single material. So welding is one of the important application area in robot applications. The application in welding is divided into two categories. One is spot welding and then arc welding. So under arc welding, you can see gas metal arc welding, metal inert gas welding, and then tungsten inert gas welding. So here there is certain gas which is provided in the welding environment so that to get a good joint. So this is about welding operation. The robot performing the welding operation is actually shown in this image. You can also see the image animation here, the robot performing the welding operation. The end effector here is the electrode holder. The electrode holder holds two types of electrodes. It can be consumable electrode or non-consumable electrode, and then it performs the operation wherein the welding operation is performed and then two materials are joined to become a single entity. That is about welding, wherein robot is working as a master in the work cell. One more example to show the robot working as a master in the work cell is spray coating application, wherein, so why is spray coating application automated, or the robots are used for this particular application? Because there are a few points which we have to take into consideration. One thing is spray coating is it actually creates a toxic atmosphere. So if it is a toxic human being, he should wear all the mask which is necessary and then perform the operation. And many industries have some form of spray painting application wherein the noise is produced, and then it also can result in fire hazard. So to avoid all these things onto human being, what they did was they automated, and they thought using robot for this particular application would be a good aspect, and then even the efficiency also will increase. So in this regard, workers are replaced by robots in the spray painting application. There is a lot of parts which has to be sprayed or which has to be painted. So it also improves efficiency, productivity is improved, it can do the repetitive tasks again and again. So all these advantages are there if a robot is installed for this particular application. So we'll see one animation here showing the painting done by a robot. So there are certain parts which are being painted on one side, and then it is rotated, and after it is rotated, it is also performing another set of painting operation. So this is how a robot is used in a spray painting application. Next application is in assembly operations. Assembly operations is nothing but assembling all the parts, whatever is created, and making it into a single part. Say for example, in automobile industry, the robots are used widely so that the entire parts, right from the chassis, its body, and then its wheels, engine, everything is assembled by the robots itself. There are plenty of robots which is installed on an assembly line, and once it is installed, so it starts from the chassis, and by the time it comes out of the assembly line, it becomes a final product which can be used for the application. Robots are widely used for assembly operations in industries, which may result in increased productivity. It ensures consistency in quality and can do repetitive tasks in case of assembly operation. So human beings, if it is installed in this particular application, it involves him to use some machinery so that he can lift heavy objects. But instead of him, if it is replaced or automated completely by a robot, then even the consistency increases and also the productivity increases. So here you can just see 4 robots which is operating on a single car, and then all the parts are being assembled. So this is about application of a robot in assembly operation. So you can see the images which is being shown for application of the assembly operation. So in one image, one animation, there is so many parts which is being assembled by every robot on the line, and each robot is performing only one operation. It is not doing any other operation. So by the time it leaves the assembly or the conveyor line, it comes out as a final product. Here this robot is used in a toy manufacturing company. It is assembling a small toy which resembles a rocket. It has 3 parts, and base is already kept on the conveyor. On the base, the body of the toy is being assembled in its right dimensions, and then the top is assembled. So that is about the assembly operation which is being performed in industry. So again, assembly operation comes under robot working as a master in the work cell. Now, robot for special application. So when robot is used as a special application, the inspection operations can be done, and inspection is nothing but it is done on any part to separate the poor quality products from the good ones to ensure the required quality. So when you send the product to the customer, he should be happy by using the product. So in order to ensure that happiness on the customer, the parts whatever has been manufactured should undergo inspection, and in the inspection the dimensions of the part are checked, and then its quality is checked, and most of the aspect which the customer requires is checked. If it is done manually, it is time consuming and it is also very much expensive. So that robots are equipped with mechanical probes. So here mechanical probes are used, and then sensors are used, and other measuring devices to perform inspection process. So I'll be talking about the sensors used in the robots in later lecture series of this robot technology. So that is about the application of robot in inspection. Here you can see two images which is depicting the application of the inspection, and one robot which is having a machine vision or a camera wherein it is installed as a end effector, and it can go through all the dimensions which is on a part. So we'll see one small video for the inspection operation on how exactly the inspection operation is done. It is 3-minute video. Just have a look at it and understand what exactly is being explained.
Each test station follows a simple process for each component. Visual inspection technology is applied to identify the component. Based on the part ID, the correct test parameters are automatically selected. The FANUC LRmate 200 ID robot loads the component into the test position and inspects even the most complex of contours. Differential eddy current probes are used for inspection, while the unique clearance compensation function ensures reliable evaluation. Test reports with piece count and quality statistics are available for each test request.
So that is about the inspection process which the robot does for the parts and also in the industry. So this is all about today's lecture on applications of robot. We have discussed 3 categories of the application of an industrial robot. A robot as a slave in the work cell, wherein it can perform material handling operation, palletizing and depalletizing operation, and then performing the operation in die casting and then fixturing. Whereas in master, robot working as a master in the work cell, it can perform welding operation, perform assembly operation, and then robot as special application, it can perform the inspection operation. So thanks for watching. If you are new to this channel, do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Inquisitive. Have a good day.